Hey everybody, I've been on fire and I didn't even know it. Seriously, for the last 12 years I've been on fire and I absolutely love it. The FIRE I'm talking about here is an acronym, stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. And I've been practicing the principles of FIRE, which I'm going to share with you today, and I had no idea. I love FIRE so much that I'm even wearing red in its honor today. I have so much to share with you about FIRE, so much so that I'm breaking this video down into 3 parts because otherwise this video will be way too long. So this is going to be part 1 in 3-part series. So if you're new here or if you haven't subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of the other upcoming videos on FIRE and more videos after that. What is FIRE exactly? FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. It's a movement that's gaining quite a bit of popularity these days, especially among the young people in their 20s and 30s and 40s who want a different way of living. FIRE aims to help you gain control of your time, gain control of your life, so you're not at the mercy of a job. The goal is to save and invest as aggressively and quickly as possible so you can retire in your 30s, 40s, 50s, whenever you want to retire. The point is to save quickly, invest quickly so that you don't have to work if you don't want to. The end goal here is complete freedom. Freedom over your time, freedom over your life. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. As a matter of fact, it's a get-rich-slow plan. It's about taking a long-term, methodical approach to managing your money and saving and investing upwards of 50% of your income every single month. It's about having a 10-year plan. I think anybody can become financially free within 10 years. If you really want to, if you really put your mind to it, 10 years is a long time. Most of us tend to overestimate what we're going to do in a year or even 2 years, but we underestimate the power of a decade. There's a lot you can do in a decade, and there's a lot your money can do over a decade, especially when it's invested in a stock market or index fund. The compound interest will help you get to your goal a lot sooner than you think. In this video, I want to share with you the basic principles of FIRE as I understand them. So the first principle of FIRE is to have a plan. Having a plan simply begins with knowing your FIRE date. In other words, when do you want to FIRE, or when do you want to become financially independent? I should also say here, I wouldn't focus necessarily on the retirement part. I'm particularly interested in the financial independence part of it, the first 2 letters of FIRE. Financial independence means that you have enough money saved and invested to live off of for the rest of your life. Whether you want to retire or not retire, that's up to you. I mean, if you're in your 30s or in your 40s, retirement sort of seems obsolete to me anyways. I'm sure if you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, or actually doesn't matter, even if you're in your 60s or 70s, you might not want to just sit around and sip margaritas by the beach. Maybe you want to do that for a little while, but most of us really want to contribute. We want to do something that we're passionate about. We want to give back to the world or just do things that please us. The point is you want to be doing things that make you happy rather than having to put in your time every single day going to a job that you don't like and you feel like you have no choice. So that's the focus here. Focus is financial independence. What do you want to do with your life? Beyond that is entirely up to you. Back to the plan. So that's our first principle, is to have a plan. Set a plan. When do you think you want to become financially independent? So let's say it's 10 years. To keep it simple, if it's 10 years from now, let's say you haven't really started, you don't have anything saved or invested, you think it might take you 10 years. So set an exact date, put a month and a date and the year, and have that as your goal, and then you work backwards from there. Second principle of FIRE is keep your expenses low. Track. That is the holy grail of FIRE movement. You have got to keep track of your expenses, and you've got to keep your expenses low. Energy flows where attention goes. You'll be surprised at what you uncover and what you find once you start to keep track of your expenses. Remember, money is a resource, it's a tool, and it's your job to direct it. It's your job to direct where it goes. This is the secret to becoming financially independent. The third principle is to boost your income. So in the last principle, we reduced your expenses. The third principle is you boost your income. In this economy, in this internet economy, it's so easy to boost your income. You can pick up side hustles. You can turn your hobbies into extra income earning side hustles, or you can do other things with your free time, whether it's driving Uber or making deliveries or designing websites or doing something online, just something that you have the skills for, and you can take your skills into the marketplace and be paid for them. The point here is, in order for you to reach financial independence as quickly as possible, you've got to, on one hand, lower your expenses, on the other hand, increase your income and grow this gap. The faster you grow this gap and the bigger the gap is, the more money you're going to put into your investment, the more your money is going to grow and quicker you are going to become financially independent. The fourth and final principle of FIRE is to invest. Invest your money in something like low-cost index funds. These are low cost because you're not paying management fees. You're not paying somebody to actively manage your funds. Index funds are low fee. They're low cost to you. They're low effort to you. It's basically put it in there and forget it type of a strategy. And it gives you broad coverage. In other words, it gives you a well-diversified portfolio, and they have solid returns. To me, index funds are the best way to invest for an average person, unless you're willing to put hours and hours every single week to study stocks. So you're picking good stocks and you're following them and you're doing your due diligence. If you're just buying stocks based on hot tips, you are going to lose. So index funds overall are a great strategy for just about everyone. I've been doing this, you guys. I have been doing this for the last 12 years. I didn't know it. Just naturally, when I started my path to becoming financially independent about 12 years ago, I literally started from scratch, and I put all of these principles in place, not knowing that this is what it was called. I was just doing what came naturally to me. I was doing it because I wanted to achieve certain goals. And 2 years ago, I discovered FIRE. And I was over the moon. I was so excited that so many people were doing this. And of course, I fully approve because I am a living, breathing proof of these principles working. I'm just barely scratching the surface. So don't forget to tune in next 2 weeks. 2 more parts of this video are coming up. In part 2 of this video, which will be coming out next week, I'm going to share with you a little bit more in detail on how you can achieve FIRE. And the final video, part 3 of this 3-part series, I'm going to talk about all the benefits of FIRE. So don't forget to tune in. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time a new video is loaded. And if you liked what you saw today, if you found it beneficial, do share it with your friends. Please help me spread the word. That's the only way I can do that, is if you like and comment and share. Don't forget to leave your comments below, and I will see you next week.